Hi, welcome back to Recycled Model Railways. I'm Paul, and for those of you that are eagle-eyed, you will notice that the background behind me isn't the one you usually see, because today we're somewhere different. You've seen the little click thing screen, so you know that part of this is about the Dapol Track Cleaner. So let's do the intro and then we'll come back to you. So before we get started with the Dapol, this is where we are today. So you finally get to see a layout on my channel. Unfortunately it's not mine, but you have all heard me talk about my Uncle Jed and the amount of trains of his that I have fixed. So why are we here today? Well, when I was in Peters the other week, they had the Dapol Track Cleaner in, and according to the guys in there, they reckon it's pretty good, and Uncle Jed is getting a bit long in the tooth now for stretching across all of this to clean the track. So I've bought him the Dapol Track Cleaner. We're going to have a go at putting it together because there's a little bit of assembly required. So I'm going to video that just for those of you who might be interested, and then we'll chuck it on the track behind an engine, let it have a run around, and then we'll check the underneath and see how much dirt it's removed. I think we should just say that Uncle Jed is running the old style Hornby track, not the current fancy stuff. This is the old stuff because he's got some very old locos. As you've seen, you know he's got a couple of triangle dock shunters because I've worked on them before. You won't be seeing Uncle Jed today because he's going to be camera shy, but you will see the layout in more detail when we've showed you this Dapol Track Cleaner. So we'll be back in a bit when I've read the instructions. Okay, we've read the instructions, we've had a little look. To be honest with you, I'm not impressed with the instructions from Dapol. It's generally all to do with, or the diagrams are to do with the messing about with the DCC chip, which is great if that's what you want to do, but Uncle Jed's not on a DCC chip. So when you turn it over, this isn't here. You actually have this thing fitted already in. It doesn't tell you what this is for, so I had to work out, you pop that into there and pull, and this thing comes out. Then in this particular case we put the abrasive disc on because we need to give this track a bit of a go over. So it literally just pops on, and then when you're done you just pop it back off. What we'll do then is we'll put this one on, which is for cleaning fluid. I bought the actual Dapol cleaning fluid, which goes in here, which is the reservoir. We'll put the top back on to collect any dust, and this is a simple on off button here. That's all it does. Powers on, powers off. So we're gonna put this back on together now, tie it up behind one of Uncle Jed's Class 52s and slowly drag it round the track, see what we think. Although I've just remembered I've got to fit this yet, and it would be a teeny tiny screw. With my big numb hands this is going to be fun, but we'll try and get that on. We'll come back to you when it's running around the track. So we've figured out how to use it, we know what we're doing. We now know that you've got to change it 3 times. So you thought, oh, we disconnected. You change the you put the, if you like, grinding disc on first, and then you go to the polishing pad with the liquid cleaner, and then you put the hoover on afterwards. One thing we will say is it's very noisy, very noisy indeed, but it seems, oh, nearly got Uncle Jed in shot. It seems that it's doing its job. We've only ran it round twice. The other thing you need to be aware of is you turn the power on, the Dapol unit starts up, and then your train will go, because obviously they're sharing the electricity on the line and the Dapol unit powers up first of all. So you've kind of got to apply a bit more power than you normally would, because the train won't move with your normal amount of power. So we're just going to run it round a couple of times, let it grind the top of the rails down a little bit, and then we're going to take it off. We'll have put the cleaning pad on, put the cleaning solution in, and run it round with the cleaning solution on the outside line, and then we'll run the hoover finally after that. And then after that we'll have a quick look around the layout and how Uncle Jed's got it, and then we can leave him at his own pace to do his other lines. But there you go, so far so good. We'll come back to you in a bit. So we've let it run round and it shows its grip polisher, whatever you want to call it, and we've just run it round with the cleaning pad with the Dapol fluid on it, and that was white when we started, so it's obviously doing something. This is the genuine stuff that I bought courtesy of Peter's, so I bought the real stuff to go with the real truck. I'm not really sure what's in it. If I read it, I'm sure it'll tell me somewhere what's in it, or maybe it might not, so that you don't buy some other knockoff version. No, they don't. Clever. So these pads pop in and out. The only thing we've found so far is, if you look at this part here that sticks off, every time you pull these, this comes off as well. I'm not sure if that's down to us, or maybe because we should have been using this. Just realised that no, it's not that, because it doesn't fit, although it does. It does go under there. Anyway, we'll give that a try at a later date. So we're now going to pop on the hoovering attachment, which is just a bunch of fans. So we're going to pop this on now, let it run round the track with that on, and we're going to change the loco because we think the Class 52 is a little long for the curves here. So I'll hand it back to Uncle Jed and we'll give it a run round with a hoover. Right, so now we've got just the hoover going. So from the first video we said it was extremely noisy. We have got this little Class 33 on now, out of some job lot stuff I bought. There was two 33s in there, which I already had enough of them, so I donated them to Uncle Jed. So we've got one of them. He's pulling it round now with just the hoover attachment going, and as you can hear, it's a hell of a lot quieter. Seems to be doing the job alright. The train seems to be running quite well. I haven't seen it stuttering anywhere, although there is one other little thing we are going to do, because his triangle duck shunter was having stopping and starting effects on this line. So I think what we'll do is we'll chuck that on, let it run the circuit and see if it stops and starts this time, although the duck shunter really could do with its wheels running over with a brass wheel on a Dremel, because they're really hard to clean. It's the serrated type, and you don't get them as clean as you could do by using the brass wheel. But there it is, it's running around. It's fairly easy to operate. Or I should say, I have made a few mistakes, and I'm fairly sure that that black clip I've just showed you will take these pads off better than what I'm doing, because all I keep doing when I'm taking them off is pulling them into 2 bits, which they shouldn't be. Don't see why it should be in 2 bits, but there you go. So it's done its job. We're gonna set up and run the little duck shunter around now and see how well it does on the track now it's cleaned. Right, so let's give you an overall of Jed's layout. So he's had this since before he got married, so it's old. Trust me, very old. So he's got a nice little rural area in the background. He's not like some of you models out there that want it intricate and perfect. This is something he's had for most of his life, and he just enjoys sitting there and playing with it. Over there you'll see a coal yard. Some of you might watch the older videos from a few years ago. I actually did 5 wagons and put on the name of his dad's coal business on the side. So he's got the coal yard from his past, and then we're off into the corner. This is all just a bit of scenic. Metcalf kits, mostly bought by my cousin Chris for him at Christmas time. The selection of his locals there, his drawers are full, cabinet below the desk is full. He's got his little Freightliner set up there, 2 wagons, but they're all just, everything he's got is bits and pieces that people have bought him as Christmas presents and everything else. I did forget to turn the camera on, so my apologies folks, I completely forgot. But we did run both of the dock shunters. One of them not running so well, but give you a look at this. Look at the colour of the wheels. No wonder it didn't run well. So I've explained to Uncle Jed how we can clean them off. But the Dapol cleaner, we're quite impressed. It was 80 quid, and then obviously I bought the bottle of fluid. I have no idea how much that was because I bought other bits and pieces as well. But we're quite impressed. The triang, one of the duck shunters was struggling stop start all the way around the track, and you could hear it in the engine as well when it went under the section over there. We've just run it and it's done 3 circuits without a hitch. We tried to run the other one, but as you've seen the wheels are black, so it's not really a true colour. So it does work. It has now saved Uncle Jed breaking his back cleaning over the layout and never being able to get under that part over there without dismantling it all. So we've done the outer track. He's just got his other lines now that he can work on in his own time, as and when he's ready, and I'm very happy because it saved him doing a lot of bloody hard work bending over. I struggle to bend over and I've still got about 30 years on him. But there you go, quick review, quick my comments on the Dapol Track Cleaner. We're impressed. It's got a little bit of kit. Right, I'm gonna go folks. Next video could be about absolutely anything because I never know what I'm going to be doing next. Thanks for watching, thanks for all the new subscribers, and we'll catch you next time around. Ta-ra now.